Wow! You know who it is, your boy Cam 1111, the YouTube's Rookie of the Year, and I'm back with an absolute banger. Shout out to Rich. And Rich have fast. I don't know that now. I just butchered that. But rappers who ruin their career in seconds, make sure you like, share, subscribe if you new. Happy Friday. Let's get it. Let's go. We jumping right into it, man. Oh my God, we've been growing. Road to 1,000 subs is almost here. Hit the subscribe button. Now, let's go. Thank y'all for all the love and support, dog. Nah, for real. We've been going. We've been growing. That's all I ever had. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. Let's go. How y'all doing out there? Y'all let me know how y'all doing in the comments.
How does this happen, and who has it happened to in the past? My name is Rashad Bashir, and these are rappers who ruined their careers.
Original link
the first rapper on
will be the first thing in the description.
Slim Jesus. Back in 2015.
Ooh, Slim Jesus. Y'all remember Slim Jesus? Do y'all really remember Slim Jesus? I'm talking when he first dropped that video and it went viral. He talking about Frank Block. That's like 10 years ago, man. Damn. Remember that Frank Block shit? We thought he was so tough.
Appeared to be a nerdy white kid. He was a drill rapper, coding blocks and pulling millions of views on YouTube. Drill Time was a viral drill hit that was clearly ripping off other drill rappers such as Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and Lil Baby, to name a few. But no one cared. The sheer idea that a skinny, pale, white guy who looked like a Walmart M&M was making this type of music was entertaining. So due to the novelty of internet virality, many thought, wow,
that shit was so crazy though at that time when he dropped.
And hey, he spit a bar or two. Sorry, that was just my corny way of saying he could kind of rap. So it was no surprise that Drill Time by Slim Jesus became one of the most.
It was a banger. It was a banger. I didn't personally like it, but I know the fans, you know, people was rocking with it.
Drill rappers such as Lil Bibby, who's now known for signing Juice WRLD, would co-sign Slim, calling him the drill music Slim Shady. All sorts of blogs were onto him. Diplo co-signed him.
Bibby, what you saying? Me? Oh, that's Dick Rider. That's Dick Rider.
Birdman was even trying to sign him to Cash Money repeatedly.
What up, Birdman? This King Yellow, bro.
Pretty soon, there was a competition.
That's disgusting.
And Diddy started to bid
that boy
on
King Yellow.
1 million win on Slim Jesus when he comes to Bad Boy Records. # Drive Sober. So there was literally a label war over Slim Jesus. But
yeah, Slim Jesus, it was viral. He was really viral.
Slim was laughed at by the entire culture because of how he looked. He may have went viral, but fans were clowning on him.
When we saw the video, and you were talking about what you talk about, and you
Frank Block,
how you look, that's what got everyone talking.
Right.
So you kind of have this interesting combination of love and hate at the same time.
But hold on, y'all. Let me ask y'all. Did y'all really believe in that Frank Block, Slim Jesus, he tough, this and that shit? It's the same thing with 6ix9ine, remember? Did y'all really believe 6ix9ine was tough? Really? Like, I'm saying all jokes aside, you know, we find out years later. But what I'm saying is, you really thought Slim Jesus was tough? Did you really think that? Just look at him. And you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. Look, all looks could be deceiving, but what I'm saying is, he talking about shooting shit, he talking about robbing shit, he talking about drilling shit, he talking about killing. Do you really think this man is killing? Be for real. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments.
Believe me,
I remember that
too. Like
I never fell for it.
Everybody's supporting it. There's hella people hating on it, but I mean, they're just, you know, blowing it up more and more every day, so it's all right. The Caillou thing is dope.
It's true.
Now, the one about the dude from Malcolm in the Middle, that comment, all y'all sharing that ain't even funny.
That's very funny, because it's true.
Caillou, comparing him to Eminem, etc. But some people showed love. However, all hate aside, a large part of his allure and virality was merely the fact that drill fans were constantly arguing whether his persona was real or not, with many making the case that Slim was the real deal. At the time,
I mean, I never fell for it though, y'all. That's what I'm saying.
Most fans thought this was intentional, and it was a pretty smart move looking back, because as we all know, fans love mystery. However,
what if he never said nothing, y'all?
Slim decided to pull down the drapes, and what he said shocked the world. And it turned out he wasn't exactly what he portrayed himself as in his raps. Let me explain. You see, Slim didn't just get the attention of news pages, rappers.
What if he didn't say anything?
He also got the attention of
he shouldn't have said anything.
DJ Vlad, who found Slim just as interesting and decided to interview him to unveil the layer of mystique and answer everyone's question, was Slim Jesus the real deal? So they did an interview together that would change Slim's career forever. Slim first explained.
That's what I'm saying. What if he don't do the interview? What if he don't get on social media? What if he don't say nothing?
Ohio, it's a little north of Cincinnati. I mean, I lived over on the east side for a long time, and then I lived over on the west side, like currently.
He claimed it was Little Chicago.
The city's been known as Little Chicago for like a long time, because like back in the day, like mobsters and stuff had like houses there and stuff. So,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's always been like heavily influenced.
For sure.
All right, buddy. He then explained that he wasn't actually in the streets, but had homies in the streets.
For the most part, on the street, they're like, I got homies that are in that and I know people who are, and people around me.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't like, I'm not out here catching bodies and obviously.
Ooh.
Like, I'm fucking smart. But, like, I mean, I know people, and I've been, in some situations.
See, that's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer.
Oh yeah, no. One of my dudes who was in that video that blew up, almost did 8 years. That's crazy. Like, we wouldn't have been seeing him until he was legal.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had people like man, we're gonna pull up and blah 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 blah. But I mean, I've never like gotten shot at like that. Never had to actually be a thing.
Because you were fraud.
This is a bit okay, bro. He explained he was just here for music, nothing else, and that he made drill music because he liked it.
I make music. Like, I mean, granted, I hang
Look
out.
at how he looking. Look at his eyes, y'all. Look at his body language. He knew he fucked
what
up.
I got going. Like, I realized that if you got an opportunity to get out of a spot, you shouldn't be around catching bodies and
Drill is a Chicago thing.
Yeah.
And
Look at his body language. He looks so awkward.
So, explain to me why an Ohio dude is doing Chicago style music.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start on one part. Well, for one, that's a lot of what I listen to, and I'm influenced. I'm in no way trying to steal their thing. Like, I'll give credits to Chicago. They created the drill movement, and that's I listen to a lot of Chicago rappers, and that's just what I'm influenced by. My city has been and for a long time referred to as Little Chicago, because back in the day, like, mobsters from Chicago.
Oh, he really running with that story. You said that in the last
And
interview.
said the only reason he picked drill was because the lyrics sounded cool.
But why
Because
the
the
good
lyrics sounded
Like, the
cool.
whole song is basically
And they live in this
guns,
stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
and so forth.
So many people from the Chicago scene passed away.
If I rapped about driving around in a car and like listening to country music, nobody would give a fuck about that.
But how did you deliver
I
it
make
though?
music about something because it sounds cool. Like, I
Did
like
you
making
deliver
music.
it
I make cool music.
well
Type
or
of
hard?
stuff.
Does it sound
Vlad
hard?
explained that some people didn't just say them because they were cool lyrics, though. They lived that. It was
That's
their
what I'm
real
saying.
life.
That's a
Some of the
lifestyle.
people
Drill is a
that make
lifestyle.
this type of music actually live that life.
Oh, I know they do.
Like,
That's a lifestyle,
I've
bro.
interviewed the real killers. And,
Yeah.
Like, I interviewed Big Glow 2 days before he was murdered.
I already said, like, I'm not out here claiming that I actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I put
Yeah,
shit on Twitter.
you're
like,
fraud.
Duh, I'm not stupid.
And that many of them would not take Slim's cap lightly.
Some people are gonna have an issue with someone talking about this type of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
This type
of course.
Okay, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like that's okay, and I respect it. There's some people that do what they want to do, and I do what I want to do, and I make my music. If people don't want to respect
That
me,
Vlad interview
what I make
single-handedly
music
ruined
about,
his whole
then that's
life. I ain't even
okay.
gonna
Like, I
lie.
don't need,
What is he doing now,
the
y'all?
other side.
And might even try and get revenge on him.
What is he
Talking
doing
about this
now?
Type of thing. Do you understand that this could actually come?
Slim
Do
just said
anybody
he
know
was
where
always
this man
protected.
is at?
He wasn't getting caught lacking.
Do anybody
I'm
know?
in no way have I been since
If
all
they
this
know,
shit
like,
popped
where
off,
he's
have
at,
I
what
been
he's
just
doing
riding
now,
around
how is he
alone,
doing now?
on some stupid shit. Like,
Yeah, is he still even
I
still
know there's
alive?
people in my neck now, and that's all right. I'll take it. Yeah. I'm
Look
not
at his
getting
body
caught.
language.
So the takeaway from the interviews was that Slim was a complete fake. Nothing about his raps were real, and he didn't see a problem with it. However, unfortunately for him,
It's
everyone else
over.
did, especially fans
Say
of drill
goodnight.
rap, as well as many drill rappers themselves. Some fans did give him props for his marketing and honesty, but overall, the interview turned the whole conversation against Slim and
It was
marked
over.
a serious turning point in his career. The drill rap community was shook. Yeah, they were skeptical, but they didn't realize it was that fake. The popular rapper The Game even warned Slim that something would eventually happen to him.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
from
that
then
shit
on out,
real.
the hate for Slim was turned up all the way.
They
and his
live in
career
this,
was
y'all.
essentially doomed. Because not living what you rap about is one of the deadliest sins of being a rapper. Everyone agreed that Slim shouldn't have done any interviews, giving up his act.
He shouldn't have said
That was
nothing.
me. I think the best thing he could have did was not say nothing. No interviews.
No social media,
Left
nothing.
everybody wondering. That's what he should have did, because that's what drew me into it. And I know once everybody found out, like, oh, he lying.
He a fraud. It's over.
People don't respect that. I would never do a crime with him.
He should have at least lied. Shit, that's what rappers do, lie.
Look, this is why I respect people.
No cap,
you
no
lose
cap.
respect when you're not being yourself.
Pretty soon, old photos of Slim began surfacing. It was clear he was just a regular kid, nowhere near the life he was portraying. Fans then found out that he worked at Walgreens when Drill Time dropped as well. He was literally just a regular civilian. And one by one, the rappers that were giving him cosigns prior to the interview began to take it back and warn Slim. For example, G Herbo said this.
He might as well just give it up, man.
Damn.
His own race not gonna take him serious because you doing our type of shit. You on this nigga. First of all,
yeah,
they
sure.
not gonna take him serious if he trying to get.
So y'all agree with G Herbo's take? Y'all let me know in the comments,
if he
man.
trying to do what we doing, how the fuck is they gonna take him serious?
Right.
Another rapper Slim really looked up to explained that before Slim exposed himself, he was actually fun to watch, and now he.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a mistake.
That he's a drill rapper, one from Ohio, and two, he's actually not living his life.
That was one of the things that I think was so entertaining that you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you never.
You shouldn't have said nothing.
When I seen it, I couldn't believe it. I seen him with the guns and shit. I'm like, there's no way in hell this boy doing this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was so entertaining about it.
Yeah, it's still entertaining. I can't hate on that. I cannot hate on that.
Mystique is what they were all invested in.
I was wondering, like, man, is this guy really doing this? So that's what drew me to it.
Yeah,
for a short while, criticism aside, Slim would continue to go headstrong, and songs like Buck Buck and Facts would get tons of views.
Never heard
He
of
even
the
defended
song.
himself, saying,
Lying about is only gonna like bring me negative, nonsense.
Slim was
That's
moving
true,
like a
that's
real
true.
boss, and this ego may have been the final straw.
I've been had offers from the same labels that he's signing y'all's favorite rappers. And you know how I feel about them?
Oh,
Fuck the label. Be an independent money bit.
I mean, who would turn down Birdman?
Birdman wanted him on the phone. I got a whole conversation with Birdman right now. Thirsty for him. Slim Jesus hung up on the man in his face.
damn.
Birdman tried to fly us out to L.A.
Like I jumped straight to like we're getting paid to do like 3 songs right now.
So at the time, Slim had a
Damn,
lot of
I don't
confidence
remember
in
that.
himself, drugging
Hanging up
all
on
the hate
Bird.
off, and began touring the country.
Hanging up on Baby.
As he was still
And you only got 2
more popular than most
songs.
of the other rappers that really lived that
That's
life
insane.
in the drill scene. However, at these shows, those real drill rappers began testing his gangster to get some clout, but also just for fun and out of anger.
What the fuck?
Next time we run into Slim Jesus, we gonna find out who the real Jesus is. We're gonna have to beat him, rap the camera names on camera, man,
And right from the jump,
What?
it wouldn't take long for Slim Jesus' lack of a real image to hurt his career. It began when MB Jesus confronted him outside of a show, trying to humiliate Slim. And once again, Slim Jesus shook it off like it wasn't a thing and just defended himself.
Dude starts yelling again. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a picture of the guy real quick, because that's what it seemed like he wanted. So I walk over, he puts his arm around me, there's a camera. I think we're about to get a picture, and then he starts yelling, ignorant stuff in the camera. So at that point, my cameraman stuck his arm between us, pushed it, and I just hit a spin move, walked off. That was the end of the whole little situation.
This white boy had heart. Then a rapper named Lil Mosy would diss him, and this time
Yeah, shout out
he
Lil
would
Mosy.
actually embarrass Slim pretty bad, saying,
Nah, it ain't a diss. It just me stating facts. Like, now you know, like, that ain't something that we own.
goddamn-
We don't joke about that. Like,
It's a
we don't
bird on
joke
my patio?
about that. So, it just let you know I'm
What
stating
the
facts.
hell?
and Mouse dropped a diss on him, calling him a rat. It was clear that the community who once awkwardly embraced him, but at least allowed him to be in their scene, had ousted him and made it
Yeah,
clear
had
he had
to.
no place there. But these instances were just the beginning. Even more real gangsters were about to give Slim some real problems.
And they thought I meant like I respected AOKD.
Okay.
He's trash.
A rapper named
Oh.
Black Jesus decided to go undercover as Slim's DJ, cut the music, took the mic, and just embarrassed him in front of everyone.
What
and
the
by
fuck?
everyone, I mean Slim's own fans. And if you listen to his music or his own words,
What?
you'd think Slim stood on business, as Slim was talking quite a bit.
All that shit saying y'all gonna pull up, we're actually out here. Where the fuck y'all at?
I don't remember none of that. That's
As everyone
crazy.
predicted. It became clear as day Slim was not like that. He was just a poser, and his career would soon begin to suffer due to it. The tour made it obvious to everyone that Slim was an easy target, and he had lost all respect. But Slim still stayed somewhat solid, and made it clear he didn't care, and flexed on the haters. But it wouldn't be enough. His career was
What?
going downhill. However, despite all of that, it wasn't over for Slim yet, as he was blessed with a major shot at a comeback, which would have won everyone back, being the biggest cosign he could probably have gotten for his reputation. from none other than Chief Keef himself. But
Sosa.
it didn't go exactly as planned. And the story is a bit twisted, so bear with me. You see, Chief Keef was about to have a hologram performance, but it was canceled and moved to another date.
Yeah,
Keef claimed he was being
Chicago
silenced.
shut that
His
shit
team
down.
explained that the mayor of Chicago and corporations were
they
using
shut him
Keef
down.
as a scapegoat for violence, which I agree with, and silencing him to act like they were actually combating the issues. So they had been deliberately doing their best to cancel Keef's shows. The company that was hosting the show explained that they had concerns for their employees and public safety. So they
I remember that. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Big deal. The first hologram, right after the Tupac
Slim
shit.
was supposed to perform that night, but due to the cancellations, never got to. He did get to meet Chief Keef though. But even Chief Keef just messing with Slim, especially back then, could have changed a lot for him, regardless of whether or not he opened for him or not. So why didn't it? Well, that's because Sosa didn't actually like him either. Keef explained he didn't mess with Slim at all. It looked like Chief Keef's label or management just thought that Slim was a good clout stimulant, as there was proof he could heavily boost others' careers.
The stimulus package.
Is he throwing up gang signs? What the fuck?
Package.
And I'm not gonna lie, it would have been pretty cool if they had made a song, but hey, who cares now, right? And there was a decent defense for Slim 2 at the time. It's just that it didn't do anything to help his career.
Come on, bruh. You brought him out to your show. He probably didn't ask to come out to your show. You brought him out, right?
Yeah.
You had him backstage.
Yeah.
If you really didn't with him, don't try to use him for his buzz. What
That's true,
probably
that's
was
true,
going to
so.
happen, and I'm not saying Chief Keef probably set this up. Maybe his record label, Alki David and them, but they probably brought dude out because if
Yeah, it
Slim
was a big
Jesus
deal.
did his first performance at a Chief Keef release party concert, it would make national news, right?
And that
Of
was
course.
really it for Slim. In 2016, he just couldn't get the same hype around his
Yeah, it
music
was over.
because the illusion was gone. He did ride the coattails of his earlier success, but eventually faded out. And today, he's a nobody. He really shouldn't have done this interview. It
Yeah, that
ruined
interview
and
killed everything.
destroyed his career.
That shit was
Before he
bad.
could even really get it rolling. People like Rick Ross had copied their entire persona from a real gangster, like the real Rick Ross. Slim Jesus could have done the same thing, but he didn't look like Rick Ross, so everyone questioned.
And hold on, too. The difference is with the Rick Ross situation is Rick Ross raps at an extremely high level. Slim Jesus can't rap. You dig what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Yeah, Rick Ross faked his whole life. He literally faked his whole rap persona. You know what I'm saying? And Ross, we fuck with you, but what I'm saying, we just calling it what it is. You rap at an extremely high level. Slim Jesus, hell no. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping on that tape.
At the media pages that he agreed to go on, but ruined his career.
The next
But
time I
we
do
know
an
he can't
interview,
rap.
or the next time you see me out in public, want to come up and ask me questions, do not ask me about the same old motherfucking questions about some street shit. One, I've been asked about that shit like 300 times. Ask me something new. Two, what I do in my personal life, quite honestly, ain't none of y'all damn business. And what you should be asking me about, ask me about my music.
Well, I got news
hell
for Slim.
no.
Don't.
Nigga,
And to this
you
day,
want me to ask you
Slim
about
still
your
defends
music?
himself.
Why?
Despite not dropping music
Your
in
first
years, in
single that
2019,
blew was
Slim
trash.
Lil
You're
Tecca
trash.
saying,
First of all, they clear the lane. They put nobody else test. That ain't how I rock. But I guess this little Tecca kid went in the interview, right? And he said, I ain't got no blocks. I don't want no smoke. My lyrics. And I ain't got no problem with that. Honestly, because I know 95% of the game, that's what I'm doing anyway, bro. My rapping is saying whatever I'll sell. Who gives as long as the music good, you gonna listen to it. So I ain't wish the kid nothing but success. Here's my issue.
You're a
When I
kid.
came out, my first interview, I said, look, I ain't out here trying to kill nobody. I'm here to make my music. Y'all
Yeah, but the difference between you and him is Lil Tecca's not making drill or street music. Lil Tecca don't make street music. Lil Tecca make party, fun, swaggy, the swag rap. You're doing street shit. You talking about ops and spinning and drilling and killing. He not talking about that. You dig what I'm saying? So you can't use that as an excuse. No, that's not the same thing. Hell no.
So Slim called fans out for
That's
canceling
not the
him
same
for lying,
thing. That's
but
not the same
Tecca,
thing.
After he was lying.
I got 2 twin Glocks, turn you to a dancer. I
That's
don't
a
have
banger.
no straps for nobody. I got no straps.
He did have a point, but if we're being serious, Tecca never claimed to be a drill rapper.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's the
And the
difference.
newer generation of fans don't care. Just look at Tecca, 6ix9ine, Lil Mabu, and more. Next, we have Pop Huna. In 2020, Pop Huna was one of the most viral rap artists thanks to TikTok while everyone was locked up. His song Adderall would rack up millions upon millions of streams.
Yeah, that shit was
go
a
up on
banger.
Billboard,
That
and
song is a
eventually,
banger.
He got Lil Uzi Vert top on the remix, gaining 50 million views on YouTube. Furthermore, Uzi and Pop Huna were from the same city, Philadelphia. So this was a huge cosign, and shortly after the massive success of Adderall,
That song is a banger though, y'all.
they started
Y'all like
releasing a
that
song called Take Off that they were about. It looked
Corvette.
like Pop Huna was gonna be the next lead rapper out of Philly. He had the catchy melodies needed to continuously blow up.
She's a banker, I go cap.
Co-signed from his inspiration and hometown hero Uzi, and he was something fresh for the fans. However, just as everything was about to go up for Pop, something horrible happened. A fate no rapper would ever want to stay in their career. Pop was accused of snitching. What had happened was the alleged snitching paperwork was released to the public, and no, it's not for stealing a Snickers bar. It showed that Pop gave a statement on a murder. And one of the things about rappers is that snitching is a huge no-no. If you're a rap, your career is done. Pop immediately responded with an IG story that said fake papers and denied having anything to actually do with it.
In reality, it wasn't fake.
Fans had caught wind of it, and Pop was about to field a rap.
Oh, yes, he was.
It was his fellow rapper Uzi who would kickstart his downfall. Uzi tweeted, "Need my favors back, that song. Real street guys stick to the code." This tweet was posted to every rap news page. Then, right after, fans noticed Uzi removed all of his promo posts of their song.
Yeah, but let me ask y'all, do y'all think Uzi should have did that so soon? Because remember, the allegations came out, but it wasn't confirmed yet, and Uzi was trying to pull the shit down, like, immediately. Do y'all think Uzi should have kept that going, or just waited out? You know what I'm saying? How they kind of doing with the Gunners, the 6ix9ines, the whole situation with all these street guys that's going on now. Do y'all think he should have waited a little bit to find out the truth? Even though the truth is he just ratted. He was a kid, you know what I'm saying? 13, 14, hell, 15. Man, shit, he seen a murder. You know what I'm saying? They put peer pressure on him, and he did what he did.
Supposed to drop that day, but the worst was actually yet to come, because later,
me personally, I wouldn't have said that.
On his close friend story on Instagram that had surfaced began making its rounds around social media, and the screenshot was of Pop Huna's DMs with Lil Uzi. In it, Uzi DM'd him saying, "Lil bro, you gotta take me off your EP. I can't accept what you did." Pop said, "Come on, big bro. Everybody's starting to hate me because I was being loyal. I did what I had to do. I can't even get features from no artist because of this." Uzi said, "Sorry, Lil bro. I just can't respect what you did." After that, more and more rappers from the Philly area spoke out about the situation and explained they didn't want to be seen with them. Lil Uzi even asked for his verse to be taken off of their hit song and for the song to be pulled off of all platforms. And this actually seemed quite reasonable at the time to rap fans, because who would want to be associated with a snitch, right? Pop's career was in shambles, but when taking a closer look at things, it looks like Pop didn't really snitch the way these rappers and most of the fans thought he did. You see, when Pop snitched, he was only 15 years old. This is what happened. 15-year-old Duvad Design Jr. or DJ had a new toy gun. He flashed it at another kid, and someone named Kyrie told that boy to stay away from DJ. Then he walked down the street confronting DJ, and DJ started threatening him, showing him the toy, and Kyrie walked off. Later on that day, Kyrie went over to Omar Bernan's house. That's Pop Huna's real name. Kyrie told Pop he was gonna fight DJ for waving the toy at Kyrie's little brother. Then a 19-year-old named Meat pulls up on DJ and says, "What makes you think it's okay to pull a toy on one of my little bros?" They start arguing. There's a little fight. Pop Huna's mom even tells him to go away. But then DJ tries to grab his toy. But before that, Meat grabbed his toy and shot DJ in the back of his head. He was just a kid playing with a toy, something a lot of kids do. And the 19-year-old, at the time 19, Meat, is currently serving a 40-year sentence. So Pop didn't really snitch. He was barely knew the kid who died. Barely knew the kid too, and it wasn't all the legal docs. Pop was just Kyrie's friend, and Kyrie was going to fight DJ. Pop was just with his mom. 1 week after the shooting, homicide detectives brought Pop in, and as a 4-year-old, he just said what he knew. Unfortunately, the rap fans and internet perceived it differently, and they thought and believed that Pop Huna was a bona fide snitch. You see, street rappers have no sympathy for snitching, and in this situation,
how y'all feel about it? Okay, so let me pose the question to y'all. How do y'all feel about that situation? He has no loyalty to either party. He doesn't really know either party, and he just a bystander, a civilian on the street, and he sees something that breaks out. He see an incident occur. How y'all feel about that? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Still didn't have any sympathy.
Uzi wasn't 100% happy about it. This whole kid's career is under fire. How do you feel about that? How would you judge somebody?
That's heavy. That's some heavy stuff right there.
Rapper snitched when they were at like such a young age. They probably barely.
Rest in peace to the family and shit. Long live DJ. Damn.
You feel me? But it's like at the end of the day, I don't. If you're not a street nigga, I don't judge you.
You may think this is harsh, but that's just how people from the streets think. They can't help it. And if that's where the culture originates from, as fans, you just gotta respect it. But remember, It wasn't actually
That's
Pop
heavy.
Huna's snitching that directly ended his career. It was the Uzi screenshots that went viral that really took his career. Except, after the whole situation went down, and Pop's career was down the drain, some pretty shocking revelations came to light. In an interview, DJ Academics asked Pop about the screenshots.
The only reason why I stopped to think about, is this true? I started seeing a screenshot, right?
Yeah,
and
yep,
it was
yep.
like, they claimed, I don't know if it was true, that it was Uzi saying to you, like, yo, bro, I don't want to be on your tape no more.
Shit, crazy.
Please, could you take me off your tape because, like, you're telling on people.
Pop said it was fake.
Bro, dude never said this, bro. He never ever said that.
So he never asked to be taken off your tape?
Bro, that's the last messages right there, bro. He never said that, bro. He never
Damn,
said
fake screenshots?
He thought it was obvious.
Like, don't you think if he would have said something like that, it would have been in there? He never said that shit, bro. There was a lot of since I wasn't saying anything.
Damn.
Since I wasn't saying anything about it.
Why didn't you say nothing? Like, that's the easy line to say. That shit was an indictment. I'm gonna be honest. When I saw that, I said, "Oh, Uzi's just he's trying to." Like, Uzi's on the hottest song.
And said that Uzi never spoke to him.
He never said that, bro. Like, bro, he
What?
never said a word to me about that. Like, since that shit came out, bro, we ain't say nothing to each other.
So Pop actually
Wow.
had a chance to disprove this and keep everything pushing at one point.
Going back to what I said at the beginning, a lie that goes unchecked becomes the truth.
A lot of people just start switching. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but my question to you, Pop, why didn't you say nothing? Why didn't you address it? Why didn't you speak up? Why didn't you say anything, fool? God damn, you ruined your own career. Ego. That's fucked up. A fake DM.
Pop also said what
Wow.
Uzi told him was really ironic.
That's fucked up.
he was the first person to even
That's
tell
fucked
me,
up.
like, you feel me, like, to don't even nobody in the industry type shit. Saying, like, he was saying, like, yeah, all these niggas fake for real, for real. How you
Wow.
saying, you feel me, like, don't nobody in the industry, but, like, you feel me, like, I don't know, like, for real, a lot of people don't even know that I got 5 songs with dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got 5 songs with dude.
And this is pretty wild.
That
because
is
fans
crazy.
just realized that the main proponent behind Pop's demise was false, meaning he played himself. Then they started to think a bit more critically. Why would Pop post that to his story? The fake, neither Pop
That's
or Uzi
insane,
would type
bro.
like that. And it showed that Pop wasn't even following Uzi, so it was definitely fake. But no one caught it at the time. How did all these rap pages start posting it? I guess we'll never know. But someone definitely had a vendetta against Pop. But that
Yeah,
wasn't all.
fake
Academics
screenshot.
also confronted Pop on the snitching rumors. That he had been called out for.
There's quote-unquote paperwork with you.
Right.
I don't even know what the f***ing case is.
Right.
And at this point, I barely even remember what happened. But you tell us what happened, and I'm pretty sure whoever is watching this will try to fact check it. But all I remember, they said that you
Wow, bro.
told on somebody else to get out of something.
That's
what
insane.
exactly happened?
First, he explained he was just a kid that wasn't involved in the streets whatsoever.
That's not how this went, you know what I'm saying?
So what happened?
I was confused, you know what I'm saying, and manipulated, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was 4 years old when that came out. Long story short, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was 4 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd never been in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never played with no guns, I never sold no drugs, I never did none of that.
But what was even worse was that he was tricked. He was lied to by the authorities.
And when they came and grabbed me and like, they lied and said that they got consent from my mom to talk to me. No, for real, they didn't get no consent from my mom to even say anything to me. They was saying to me like, oh, if you don't tell us what happened, we're going to lock you and your mom up. It was really saying this to a 4-year-old. As a kid.
That's
you know what I'm
nasty
saying?
work.
Like, what is you going to think?
For him to be canceled
Wow.
over quote-unquote snitching was just wrong.
People hate snitches because they feel like the person
Oh my God.
cooperated, whatever.
Yeah, they were saying that they were like a part of the crime or something.
Yeah, you were part of the crime and you trying to take the easy way out.
Huna wasn't really part of a crime. He didn't
Yeah,
do
he
anything.
didn't do
Like,
anything.
just like I said, like I never was in the streets.
He was a traumatized child.
Traumatized.
Bro, I was traumatized for mad years, bro. Even still to this day, bro.
But academics pushed further and asked if Pop Huna regretted it, which is a bit tone deaf in my opinion, and here's what he had to say.
Did you go through the regret phase of like, yo, just kind of replaying the events and being like, damn, I just wish.
And Pop's response was pretty sad.
Man, I be wishing all the time. that I never went through that shit, bro. Ain't no kid supposed to go through
Yeah, that's
like
heavy,
that,
bro.
He
That's some
explained
heavy.
that even
That's
after
some heavy
making
ish.
it, he couldn't enjoy his life.
I barely want to have fun, bro. Even being a rapper, bro. But like, I used to cry, bro. After every show, bro.
Other than that,
Wow.
Pop just had it hard in life. Other than Uzi cutting him off, Trippie Redd began throwing shots at Pop for no reason.
When I say a rat, I mean all rats. I don't mean one specific rat, goofy ass. I mean every last one of them.
Afterwards, he found out that his baby mama's kid that he had begun to raise was not actually his. She just
Oh.
wanted his money because she thought he was about to become rich and famous. Then,
Wow.
while performing, a fan ran on stage and took Pop on his mic. He looked helpless, and it was just sad. Of course, some of the real gangsters, like YB and Namir, said Pop was in the clear though.
Damn.
That's good to know. Today, Pop barely gets 10K views a song. His momentum is completely gone, and he's back to square one. So, what's really messed up about
That's
all this
messed
to me
up.
is that some people just have it way harder. A lot of people these days who come from privileged backgrounds blame their life situation.
Hey, that's fucked up,
trauma,
y'all. Do y'all
but
agree?
really just
Do y'all agree? Now that we know more about this story, now that we hear more about this story, do y'all agree that he should have been canceled? Not saying he wasn't still gonna be a popular artist or a big rapper or whatever, but do y'all think he should have went out on his shield versus how he went out? Because he didn't address no rumors, he didn't address the allegations, he didn't address Uzi, he didn't address the fans, he didn't address the papers, he didn't address anything. He just stayed silent. Do y'all think he should have did that? Let me know in the comments. Me personally, my take, he should have said, he should have spoke up on it. He should have said something. He should have addressed that
still
shit.
came back to haunt him and ruined his life. But hopefully, his story puts it all in perspective for you. The final rapper on this list is Lil Mosy.
Lil
He
Mosy.
had the rap game in the palm of his
I'm gonna be
hand.
honest, y'all. I never heard one song from him. I don't think. I don't even know Lil Mosy. Who the hell is he signed to? Who is this?
He's 17 years old.
I remember seeing his fake. He was a double XL freshman, I
Before we
think.
talk about how his career was ruined, how did he get it in the first place?
Yeah,
In
how?
October of 2017, Lil Mosy went viral after dropping his song Pull Up, which he recorded in 15 minutes. The music video went viral on YouTube, racking up 50K in a week and 40 million today. At the
Wow.
time, he was only 15, and the song would change his life. That July, he dropped the video for his song Noticed on Lyrical Lemonade.
Okay.
It blew up, peaking at number 80 on Billboard.
Damn.
And the rest was history. Mosy had been solidified as a star in rap, and the song is currently sitting at 230 million views on YouTube. From there, Mosy would drop a series of hits. G-Walk with Chris Brown,
Wow.
his song with Gunna, Stuck in a Dream, peaked at
Wow.
number 62 on the Billboard charts, but none really touched the level that Noticed did. And things would soon take a turn for the worse. In August of 2020,
So what happened?
when Mosy would have his first run-in with the law. Arrested on a felony Nerf gun charge, authorities pulled him over to find that the vehicle had 3 loaded 9mm water guns. His bail was set at 35K. However, Mosy quickly previewed some new music and said, "We're good." However, in 2019, a leak of Mosy's began surfacing on social media, titled Blueberry Fago. It went viral on TikTok, and eventually it was released.
Okay,
With yet
okay.
another Cole Bennett music video. This was a comeback hit, and to fans, it proved that Mosy was here to stay. It sits at 300 million views today, has
Wow.
billions of streams on all platforms, and
Wow.
was even put on Obama's public playlist of the year. Mosy
Damn.
wasn't even 18 years old. It was clear he was one of the biggest stars in rap, and it looked like his future was bright.
Juice WRLD and Corday.
Real bright. Unfortunately, those predictions fans had wouldn't come true, because in 2021,
Okay.
Mosy would face some very dark allegations from a woman. She accused him of second-degree sexual assault, claiming that she and
SA?
a friend were R-worded by Mosy and a friend in a cabin. According to
Ooh.
what she told authorities, she said she originally consented, but in the cabin she passed, and when she woke up, Mosy was on top of her, and they were having sex. He immediately maintained his innocence, but if he was convicted, he would be facing a maximum life sentence. Remember, Mosy wasn't even 18 when he was charged, and a restraining order was filed on Lil Mosy. And right from the jump, it wasn't looking good for him. He was forced to delete Instagram posts by his label and management, and there wasn't much being said from his end. However,
Damn.
at the time, to be fair, it looked like Mosy was guilty from an outsider's perspective. You see, most of the time, when a rapper is accused of such heinous crimes by a girl, they usually take to social media to expose the rapper and get clout. However, this time, the victim did everything right. She didn't post about it, just went straight to the authorities and told them what had happened.
Yeah,
Never made a public post about it. The fans believed she was telling the truth, because what did she really have to gain? Then, in April of 2021, Mosy neglected to appear in court, which was a horrible move. And after he was a no-show, Mosy looked even more guilty. Afterwards, a $50,000 arrest warrant was issued because he failed to show up. However, apparently, it was sent to the wrong address by the court. So, skipping court, even though it was the court's error, just made Mosy look more guilty.
Yeah, what the
because
fuck is going
most
on?
casual fans wouldn't see that it was an error. From there, things wouldn't get better. As I said earlier, if Mosy was sent to prison, his career would be done with, and his trial getting postponed multiple times would only add to the suspense, as it was initially scheduled to start on January 12th, 2022, but then postponed to July 18th, February 16th of 2023, meaning his trial would start 2 years after allegations were brought to light. But Mosy still had a career that he had to deal with. While all of this was happening, Mosy had just come off of the largest hit of his career, and he'd try his best to keep going, but it wasn't easy. Even though he hadn't been found guilty yet, those types of allegations will put a serious toll on anyone's career. Mosy's legal battle was about to burn a lot of money, but more importantly, it tarnished his reputation. No one wants to collab with an artist with those allegations, especially in today's day and age of cancel culture. Worst of all, it came at the peak of his success, and to him, it must have looked like everything he had worked for had been taken from him. Concerts were canceled, endorsements were gone, and the industry and fans that had loved him before were no more. He also faced a ton of backlash and hate from people online. However, maybe he could spin it to something positive and try to defend himself in his music, right? Well, he did. In an unreleased song, he sang, "I ain't have no dad. Growing up, I was with my mom. Why the fuck do you think I would ever touch that girl wrong?" This might have actually helped his case, but he wasn't allowed to speak on his case publicly due to legal issues. The song never dropped.
I ain't gonna care. That's a weak ass bar, but
as he couldn't really do much. He had no help from his label, no support from the fans, or his peers. He was all alone. So that year, Mosy took to Instagram Live to attempt to clear his name, and in it, he tried to plead with fans that he was innocent, that he would never do such a thing. He started it off by saying he would never treat a woman that way.
If a woman brought you in this world, how could you treat a woman wrong in any type of way? You see, I don't even like to say the word, because it's just, I was never raised to be that and say that.
And due to the situation, he was depressed.
To be falsely accused of a situation like that, how could you be happy? And it's like, I try so hard to be happy. I've never personally been like, the type to look down and like beat down.
Some ain't right.
I always keep my head high. I'm always happy. I'm always trying to make the best out of it. I'm blessed to be where I'm at. But things come with it, and things like this happen. For me, my mindset's not where I want it to be.
And he was barred from dropping music by his
Damn.
I want to drop music every day. I wish I could drop every day. I want to drop every day. But if I want to drop the music I want to drop right now, I personally...
Damn, so did you essay the chick or not, bro?
He would try and become an activist for victims of false accusations once his career was back on track.
False accusations is just, it's kind of crazy. And when I get proved innocent, I'm gonna definitely benefit. I'm gonna definitely give a lot of for the people who actually been accused, not accused, fucking accused. The people who actually got found guilty and the people who were actually the victims of the real shit I'm getting accused of.
Bro, did you do it or not?
After watching this live, most fans didn't recognize Mosy. Sure, it looked like him, but everything about him was different. He was clearly very sad, and his demeanor had completely changed. He went from a bubbly, upbeat kid to this. But hey, he still had his label, right? Nope. After the allegations, they went on damage control. They allowed him to release a series of singles during the hiatus. However, they didn't promote them because despite the massive success of Blueberry Faygo, his record label couldn't justify the risk, which as a company is justifiable. They kicked him to the curb. In other words, they just let him fall off. In March of 2023, after his trial was rescheduled and pushed back multiple times, Lil Mosy was found innocent by a grand jury.
Oh, shit.
An innocent man. He also passed the polygraph test with flying colors. So
wow.
Mosy's freedom was saved, and he shared his relief with his followers on an Instagram post.
Congrats, bro.
Life going through the storm, and I'm happy, thankful that God has brought the truth to light. Thank you. The moment this came out, everyone felt horrible. Mosy had been saying he was innocent for years, but due to how severe his allegations were, they couldn't be sure. He had just lost everything over a false allegation.
Lil Mosy's career was literally just ruined based off of an accusation. And so now, news has come out that he is not guilty.
That's a major fucking plot twist.
Damn, y'all literally just ran his name through the mud.
Wow.
And it wasn't even for anything.
Fans realized that the girl that Mosy...
Yes, and I want to say something too. When you're in the public eye, you do social media, you do content, you're a rapper, basketball player, athlete, or whatever. And I'm just talking to you. If you're doing anything that's public eye, you gotta be careful, man. Because you're at the person's will. You're at the person's mercy, whether it's a woman or a man, whoever partner it is. It could be behind the scenes on some bedroom stuff. You are at their mercy, man. You gotta be careful, dog. Like NDAs, like we see Kai Cenat. Shout out to Kai. He's one of those people who's also going through it right now as we speak. Young lady lied on him, said this and that and that and this. But man, that's crazy, man. Shout out to Lil Mosy, Slim Jesus, you a sucker still. Pop Hunter, man. Shout out to y'all boys, bro. Y'all keep y'all head up, shit. Keep going. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about these 3 stories we just went over today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're new. I'm signing out, y'all. Love.